Hello, Saggies. Hi, I am so sorry. I forgot your reading. Oh my goodness. This will be a full one. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot. And of course, these messages are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. I don't know how it happened because I had you written down and I just realized, Saggies, what's happening? As I tapped myself into your energies, immediately I felt fire energy and I'm actually kind of flustered. So I'm like really heating up. There's, wow, majorly, like my torso and my head are really hot. And we're gonna look into this. And again, like I mentioned, the extended will be included for you as an apology from me. I'm so sorry. And we'll look into your current situation, the higher view over your situation, and what you can do to help yourself. Let's go, Saggies. Fire, fire, fire. This one, no. This one, yes. This one, no, no. No, 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 no. Okay, we need to slow down. I feel the need to slow down because I will be overlooking something if I don't slow down. This was an interesting message, and strangely enough, it is often tied into something. It always happens during the private readings when something like this happens too. That's part of the message. So you need to slow down here a little bit, Sagittarius, or else you might be overlooking something. That's really important. Something that I always overlooked of the Strength card here, which is Leo energy, but also, of course, very fiery energy, is that we have blue here in the card. Blue and green colors. It very much reminds me of auras and how our aura can change according to stuff that we live through or how we're feeling. It's much like, you know, those mood rings that change according to body temperature. Apparently mood, but I think it's according to body temperature. That's kind of like what I'm seeing here. So your mood could be swinging quite a bit at this time. I'm also getting sleeplessness for some of you, or having a hard time going to sleep or sleeping through the night. Those are the energies. I feel like you're going through another, you know, push of awakening is what I'm feeling here, because the heat very much reminded me of, you know, how you have a rising in body temperature when you're awakening, how your hands and feet can become super, super hot. It's crazy, like when the energy centers are reactivated, I want to say. I'm also getting Kundalini rising here. So you may have had one of those Kundalini rising experiences. I'm getting you're highly spiritually connected, more than you know, my dear Sagittarius. I'm getting a lot of channeling with this too. Yeah, there's definitely guides in the background here too, some of which you have yet to meet. Very interesting. Of course, this whole journey takes a lot out of us and out of you too. And we have to learn how to control our mind, how to control our, you know, our inner beast, basically our shadow side, and transmute it into something that actually serves us rather than disrupts our lives. And this takes a lot of strength, a lot of courage to do this too. You're doing just fine here, I want to say. I just saw the 8. They pointed my eye to the 8, but also to, you know, that's the infinity symbol also, or can be kind of. So you've done this for quite some time. Infinity is quite some time, right? It really is. So, oh, I'm also seeing you getting your innocence back here. You know, the carefreeness, the innocence that sometimes you have in childhood, sometimes, I'm not saying always, that you sometimes have in childhood. There could be something that's being restored for you currently where you can feel that way. You may also really miss, if you haven't had like the best parents, I want to say, or maybe I should phrase it like that, but parents that weren't so loving or weren't there for you in that sense, or as much there for you as you wanted them to. I feel like there's an opportunity that you either give this to yourself, but I feel other people around too, or guides that are giving this sense of comfort, this sense of taking care of to you at this time. Or if that's not the case, then please ask for it too, okay? Because sometimes we can miss that a whole lot, that sense of well, I'd never really been taken care of properly, kind of a thing. And that realization and that hurt too, I want to say. Some of you must really feel into that hurt to then transmute it into something else. To let go of that pain that was caused here. What else, please, for Sagittarius? This one, yeah. Harboring those feelings. The Four of Pentacles, harboring resentment towards a person, situation, or circumstance. That's what we just described, basically. And there's a need to let this go and stop telling yourself a certain story about yourself. But I really need to say this, before you need to feel into it, because if you don't, you can't just let that go. You can't just be like, oh yeah, it never happened, kind of a thing, because it did happen and it caused something within you, it hurt you. And so you really want to feel those emotions so you can let it go, so you can forgive, maybe. Yeah. Forgiveness is for yourself, my dear Saggies. It's never for the other person, although the other person will very much benefit. The world will benefit from it. But first, you can't do one thing before the other. Maybe that's the thing that also shouldn't be overlooked. Because when we're so strong and have had to do things on our own for such a long time, Sagittarius, and that includes even if you do have people around you, because sometimes you're just the strongest person in the room, and that automatically, first of all, no one else assumes that you do need help too. And secondly, you may feel like no one's really there to help. What about you, right? What about you, Sagittarius? Who's taking care of you? Who is, the shoulder that you can lean on? Who's your rock when you're always the rock for the others? The shoulder to lean on because you're so strong. And then there's also that element of a lot of masculine energy here. Because when we have to, go, and when we have to make sure things are in order and right, not just for ourselves, but for other people, that's a huge responsibility. And then we might not be able to be in our feminine, creative, creator side so much, although this would be very beneficial here, I feel, to flow a bit more and to be a bit more in those childlike, carefree energies. And I know some of you may be saying now, okay, but how do I do that? Because I'm struggling right now, and how do I get from this to the carefree kind of an energy? And that again has to do with manifestation and brings us back around. But I feel you're kind of in a loop here because of those feelings. If you did decide to feel into this and to ultimately let go, the other things would be easier to feel and to drop into, I want to say. What else for Sagittarius, please? What else for Sagittarius, please? What do we have for Saggies, please? Yeah. Yep. And with that comes like a free heart. I highly recommend Ho'oponopono because that's the forgiveness of the heart. That's when we let go, Sagittarius. I feel very drained from those energies. I also feel like my third eye. I feel tired, so tired. Wow. Huge third eye action. Wow, it expands. Wow, it really actually hurts. So you're really definitely going through like a third eye opening, a proper one. Again, those ascending symptoms of chakras being cleared out, like with the Kundalini rising, and what that comes with. Maybe your diet is changing, your sleeping schedule is completely off, like people fall away, you need to feel all those emotions. It's just like, oh my God, it's exhausting. When does it stop? Right, Saggies? When does it stop? Trust that it will stop, and you will have time to breathe. You can also ask your guides to keep some stuff off your back and to take it easy and not to burden you with so much at a time, and also ask them for breaks. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. You can also ask them to make it in an appropriate manner for you so you can live your life still in a comfortable way and that it doesn't go like boom, boom, boom. Although sometimes it will, but when we're exhausted, really make it clear that you need that break right now. And this is heart clearing too. I'm feeling also being confronted with shadow, with aspects of yourself that you might not enjoy so much looking at initially. But then again, realizing how important this aspect of yourself is and that you couldn't do without them, and then integrating them. And then there's all this love energy, unconditional love for those sides of yourself. And then you see it in others, and then you're just like, oh, I understand now. I understand where you're coming from. Probably a place of hurt. I've been there too, like I've worked through it. And so on goes the journey, like infinity symbol. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, here too. Sure. Sure. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we have for you, my dear Saggies. More of those? No. Okay, interesting. Because I thought that we would keep going here. Yes. Oh, shamanic soul oracle. Let's see. Let's see. Here we are. For Sagittarius, spiritually connected Sagittarius, please. Use your discernment here too, I want to say. Like when to do what. Like that's really important. You can't jump ahead here, I want to say. Although we would like to often, right? Because it's like, yeah, I'm ready to forgive. But then there is more emotions that want to rise up regarding the situation or the person that did us wrong, that hurt us. And so you can't move on from that. And I'm really getting that congested kind of a headspace. Some of you really are going through that third eye opening, and hence your head may feel a little bit congested. You may feel a little bit confused as well, a little bit lost. And some of you can't think really clearly at this time. Please know that this has to do with the third eye opening. This one, yes. Oh. Midgard, I want to say. This is Middle Earth. 36 breaking down to a 9, completion of a cycle for sure. I feel like you're in the process of becoming that oak tree that is really, really rooted deep in the ground, yet high up. Now, this is really important because it talks about your connectedness and your ability to be a channel to bring down those energies. This is precisely why the clearing is happening at this time, so that you can become this divine embodiment that you originally are. This light being that's here on earth, in the world, but not of it, being detached from societal patterns, from the unconscious to the conscious, growing seedlings of your own, how you want to see the world, how you are perceiving it. I'm getting strong Aquarius energies here, actually. Not how others made you believe that they see the world, or because it's written in some history book. You know the truth, you know your truth, and you're standing right in it. And to some of you, I'm receiving like massive channeling abilities. So your abilities may indeed be amped up. And as I'm channeling, I'm clear as daylight. Before, not so much. I'm in that congested headspace the moment I'm trying to think. And I know this very well from, my own awakening, like how congested that can feel. But then that'll come to pass, okay? Absolutely. You're becoming that crystal bowl, that seer. To some of you, this ability has been in your family line to be a seer, to be someone that is so connected. There are several people within your family line that do have the ability, but may not have made use of it. Because this, there's a lot of fear surrounding this too. First of all, it's super unknown. Then you have to go through all this clearing and journeying, right? It's not the easiest journey. It's not. And so, oh my goodness. And so Some may have decided to stay asleep, to not go there, which is fine too. You know, this is a true decision. I feel you may choose otherwise though. Or may have already chosen otherwise, Sagittarius. Okay. Actually, hang on. I kind of feel like we need the medicine of the card here of Middle Earth. I know it's in German, but I'm going to translate it. 36. All right. Hang on, give me a minute. Ah, yeah, definitely. It's basically a confirmation for what we already heard when they're saying in the present moment it's where there's everything, right? But the Middle Earth is also, there's also the future and the past, and hence there's a lot of other feelings that are involved here too. There's a great support by heaven and earth. And the medicine is here. Don't try to correct anything on earth. Was ich immer den Himmel zurechtdrücken muss. Aha, okay. Don't try to correct anything here on earth. What will be dealt with in the spiritual world, right? This is also something to let it be as it is. To don't put judgment on it. Ah, that's why I'm also feeling so tired. There are forces that are supporting you, but they're not supporting this right now, okay? It's just not possible, like physically possible, I want to say either. The focus needs to be on yourself. Yeah, and it is definitely the message to ask for help. Like I told you before, ask them for help. And it also means to pause for a second there. That's really important for you to know currently, Sagittarius, in your journey. And that's okay. You are taken care of on those journeys. You are very much so. Even if you think, oh God, I can't go to work today. This is yet another day I have to stay at home because I can't, for example, or I can't get out of bed because, again, those journeys are no kindergarten game. This is like hardcore, I want to say. The awakening journey, there were times where I wouldn't have wished it upon my worst enemy because it was hardcore. Like I'm now at a point I feel where I can talk about these things and where it's easier. When I go through them, it's still hard, but I kind of know my way around. But when you do this for the first time, it is super hard. It's like, what's happening to me? Like not understanding, especially if you may not have people around that can help you and that can make you understand, oh, this is where you're going. This is what's happening right now. So that's really important. So fear not. If you're going through this for the first time, it will come to pass. Like, don't worry about it. You may already have that innate feeling within yourself, Sagittarius, that you know. God, my head is confused. I wish I could make it stop. I really do. I don't like it because it takes more energy out of me. And it also is taking more energy out of you to think and to get into the thinking process when it's really in the heart and in your channeling abilities, I want to say, or just to roll with it, to not put up resistance to it. All right, what else do we have for Sagittarius? You're in a bubble where you can transform, in a cocoon that allows you to transform, to become mush and be reborn as this other thing. The butterfly, of course, and the caterpillar strongly come to mind here. That transformative process that's irreversible. Yeah. No. Yes. Interesting. Wow, you may indeed be a Leo because we have another lion sign here. Or may have that strong in your chart. A different kind of love, exactly, with the rose quartz. I definitely feel it's going towards unconditional love here for you. Absolutely. These all tie together. And again, the clearing is definitely happening. And rose quartz really speaks to the heart. It opens the heart. It opens us up to abundance too. When the heart is open, manifestations can flow in. Like, that is clear as daylight. This is like 1,000 times stronger than anything the brain could ever achieve. The heart is where it's at. And now I'm feeling my throat as I'm just saying that. I'm just like, oh my God. Take a deep breath, Sagittarius. Things will be fine. You're okay here. Let me just see. Is there another message to this one? No. Okay. Don't read it? No. Okay, fine. We'll be with this. No, 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 no. Yes. Ooh, Isis. Yes. Woohoo! You may really benefit from Elena Fairchild Oracle cards. I just want to say that. They've helped me a lot, a lot. I own a couple of Elena Fairchild decks. I love them all. They're incredible. Not just the artwork, but of course all the messages that she brought through. This is what I want to say here too. You may also be creating your own oracle deck in the future or something like that that holds messages. You may, there's all sorts of forms, art. You can draw, you can paint and be that channel. You can make music and be that channel. You can be the CEO of a company and be that channel. The change is where it's at for some reason. You're here to bring that change and be that embodied change. Oh boy, yeah. What else for Sagittarius, please? Yes. Wow. Truth unveiled. The revelation of Isis. Okay, there's something you need to know. I feel it has to do with this, and my throat again is becoming restricted. It feels like there's a lump in my throat, much like when you want to cry but don't. The revelation of Isis. Okay. This is a good one, by the way, if you want to know. For example, if you're stuck with this and you don't know what it is exactly and you want to be shown, this is a really good ritual. But be prepared because it's coming, right? When you want to know, it comes. Much like awakenings too. Let's say you just want to feel better and you're wishing for it so hard, and then you have to go through this whole cleanup process and it's just like, oh my God, I just wanted to feel better and now I'm feeling worse. What's happening, right? So hang on. But it is to bring you to that place where you can see and where you can actually feel better and live a much more fulfilling life. Better than you could have imagined, definitely. There are times when appearances of people, places, and things are truly deceptive. I highly recommend watching Aries, the one that will be aired after you. Those are connected. You will sense this when something feels uncomfortable within you. Oh my God! When you notice feelings of anxiety or doubt within you, you may think there's something wrong with you, but actually you are intuitively sensing that all is not as it appears to be. It is wise to trust your inner feeling rather than being convinced by outward appearance. There is a situation in your life, especially involving relationships, where something is not as it is being made out to be. To avoid undue suffering later on, Isis guides you to truth and revelation now, my dear Sagittarius. Yeah, and it says further, Isis was betrayed by her brother Seth, who out of his great jealousy murdered her beloved Osiris. Now Isis was able to demonstrate great spiritual strength, oh my God, and healing power to resurrect her beloved Osiris, and all was not lost. Believe in miracles. Now Isis she also learned a painful and valuable lesson that it is wise to take our intuitive feelings seriously and to recognize a snake in the grass when there is one. Oh my God, this is so the Aries reading. I highly, highly recommend you watch it because this is all over there. Throat is really bad. Wow. Whew. More from this? No. Okay. If you have been thinking that you already see the truth in a situation, this oracle is confirmation of the accuracy of that perception, and that further confirmation that you are seeing something accurately will soon be given if requested. Ask for revelation and be patient. Clear perception is imminent and will help you make wise choices. Okay, there's a ritual and an incantation. I'll post these over on Patreon. If you are interested, it's available with the $2 tier. That's the support tier. It's also, of course, available with the 1111 when you are accessing extended. Now, this one has your extended included. So $2 tier is where you need to go to access that if you want, or maybe you can find it online too, if you don't feel inclined to go there. Yeah. work your light oracle for you here, Sagittarius. Let's see. Boy, my throat. Wow. Speak your truth. What else, please? What else do we have for Sagittarius? This one, yes. Leap. Oh, you go first. The universe will catch you. Oh, boy. Again, I feel like we're continuing the topic of the spiritual journey and of this awakening that you're going through. To some of you, it could also feel like, or you could see it as an initiation as well. Because you have to trust, like there's great trust and faith involved in those journeys, because again, even the thought of maybe, you know, taking a day off, or you have to take another one off, and you're just like, how am I going to be supported? How am I going to know, right? And sometimes you don't know where, you know, your next financial means are coming from, but then you're provided for again. Or when there's a friend that shows up all of a sudden unexpectedly, reassuring you of something, or you know, unexpected occurrences, just take the leap. Like, or if that's a job that you feel you need to quit, or relationship that you feel you need to exit, but you don't feel you have the courage right now to do it, or there's something that prevents you from it. The universe is really asking you to take that leap, because you know, like in your heart of hearts, where you stand and what you need, and your soul's guiding you, your higher self is guiding you. There's again guides in the background that I can see, some of which you have not met yet, that will help you, that will carry you. And it's so funny because her hands are even starting to light up. So there's great healer potential within you, Sagittarius, that is yet to be discovered. You may already be a healer. However, there's more to be discovered. And it's like she's flying across it and she's enjoying the view because she has done the work and they're carrying her. And I know you proved great strength and great courage on this journey already, but I feel part of you has already taken that leap. Has already leaped. It's like that's over and done with. You've already leaped. This is so cool. This is just a distant memory in the past of the one that was pondering, should I leap or should I not? So definitely you go first and the universe will catch you indeed. Faith and trust. Have faith and trust, my friend. Let me just read this to you. Oh, now that I'm noticing, now that I took the leap, like energetically, my head started to clear a whole lot, because sometimes when we are still holding on to those situations or emotions, that can hinder us a great deal, and we won't see clearly until we actually leap. Felt like I had to say that too. 72, that was quick too. Yeah, things will start to happen like after you let that go, whatever it is. Life bends for the courageous, absolutely. The universe wants to support you, but first you need to leap. To throw your life up in the air. Oh my God, perhaps you know what you're being called to leap toward or away from, but are scared to make the move. Or perhaps maybe you are waiting for a big fat sign or instruction manual or permission to do so first. If this is you, then this card is your sign and permission slip to take a deep breath and leap into the unknown. It is scary to let go of all that we know and hope for something new, and it's normal to feel anxious at the thought of letting go of what we know for sure. But this is the unavoidable process of rising, and right now this is how you are being called to live. Nature is constantly showing us how to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourages the trees to loosen their grip, to allow what once was so full of life to fall away leaf by leaf. For a moment it feels like nothing will grow again. The branches are left bare without the comfort of what once was. But in the morn of spring, new sprouts begin to appear. And here we have that in the Middle Earth. Look. Like I told you, your sprouts will be sprouting right there. Absolutely. New shoots begin to appear and something new is born that is even more glorious than before. You go first. Take a good run up and leap, Sagittarius. Cool. Cool. All right. Let's get you one last card. Guardian Angel card. Whoops. That was funny, taking the leap and then not. That was so funny. I could definitely feel the strength in it though too. Wow. It could feel like for some of you when you take that leap, it could feel like you might be falling, but you're not actually, because you're being caught and you have opportunity. Yes. So wondrous opportunities and possibilities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. It could not be more clear. There's nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Exactly. There's no judgment there. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way, Sagittarius. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. Exactly. Oh my goodness. I love this for you. I'm also drawn to the color here, which is the sacral chakra. Again, now we have the third eye, the heart, and the sacral now. And this could be your main centers that are seeking attention right now in terms of being cleared out and rejuvenated, reactivated. But there's great opportunity awaiting you here. Take that leap seriously. All right. Seriously, Sagittarius. All right, my friends. I really, really hope this was helpful and insightful to you. Again, my apologies for forgetting your reading. I am really sorry about that. I hope it doesn't happen again. I can't promise. However, I wish it doesn't happen again. Okay. I really hope this served you well. I love you a whole lot. And with that being said, much love, light, and shadow to you, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye.